You missed the last 10 games last year, and what are your thoughts as you get back?
I mean, I'm just excited, ready to go out there and go play. First game, and like you said, for me, pretty much almost like a year, it felt like. So I'm very excited. Can't wait to go get out there, compete, and, try to go do whatever we can to get the dub.
What does it mean to be elected the captain? What do you think that role means?
Man, that was like probably top 2, top 3 moment ever, like in my football life, you know what I'm saying, career. So it definitely means a lot to be nominated captain by my peers, coaches, and things like that. So it's a big shoe to fill, and I feel like I'm definitely the right guy for it. So I'm going to do whatever I can to, withstand that.
How important do you think attitude is in winning games, and how, since you've been here, have you seen the attitude here change?
I mean, it definitely changed because we had a lot of older guys that was here when I first got here. It's a lot different now because different coaches, different players, and things like that. But right now, I mean, I feel like we basically had a right mindset on what we want to be, what we want to do, and what we want to accomplish. So I feel like we're on the right track. It was week 1, so now it's time to put it all out there, and we'll see come then.
Is it surprising you how quickly it's all changed where now you and Tyler and Jesse and Sam are kind of the old guys?
Not really, because I don't feel old. I'm only 25. I just turned 25, you know what I'm saying? So I don't feel old at all, but I definitely feel like I'm one of the veteran guys here that's been here for a while, and that the young guys are pretty much looking up to me like they feel like I've been here forever. And it feels like I have, but at the same time, I mean, it's only my 5th year, and I'm only 25. I'm like 2 years older than them, so I ain't old, you know what I'm saying?
Joe and Zac Taylor have talked about how much you've improved in the passing game. What were some of the things you did to improve in that game, and how much more confidence do you have in that aspect?
I feel like maybe route running and probably just finishing like the top of my route, as in, just finishing like before the catch. Other than that, though, I mean, I felt like I always had that trait to where I was able to basically produce in the pass game, but that's pretty much about it.
Is there anything specifically that you did back in Cali or just working out to kind of help you with kind of the route running and finishing at the top?
Feet.
Just working on footwork in that
Yeah.
Do you think it's made you a more complete back?
Say that one more time.
Do you think it's made you more of a complete back?
I mean, I always felt like I've been a complete back since my youth years. So, I mean, I did that all my life until I pretty much got here. Kind of was limited in certain roles because of, situation, which is totally understandable. But at the same time, I always had that in my arsenal and never lost it. So now that I'm able to showcase that, I'm very excited. Can't wait, and it's a lot of yards to be made, a lot of plays to be made.
Joe, the Vikings got a guy from your draft class and Cook.
Yeah.
Obviously he's had some big years.
Yeah.
How much of what does that mean to you on Sunday that you're going to share the stage with him?
Yeah. Man, I knew Dalvin since we was in high school. I think Dalvin's a great running back. He's one of the best running backs in the league, and it's definitely going to be fun to come out here, and it'll be me versus him, and then they have, their receiver versus, ours. So, I mean, there's a lot of narratives that's going on, but at the same time, I'm just trying to come out here, be the best running back that day, best player that day, and most ultimate, want to come out with the dub. And I know it's going to take a lot in order to make that happen. So at the end of the day, just doing whatever I got to do to prepare to get ready for Sunday. Then that's what, we'll see from that point.
Do you feel any kind of competition with him?
Say that?
Do you feel any kind of a competition with him?
With who?
You came out of the same,
Oh, with Cook?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, Dalvin, not me. I don't really feel like it's really competition. I guess on a running back standpoint, I get what you're saying, but I don't feel like he don't feel like that. I don't feel like that. So, I mean, it's no pressure here, for everybody else, I mean, they might feel like that, but I don't think we feel like that. So, yeah.
When you look at the Vikings defense on tape, what do you see? What do they do best?
They're stout, very stout up front. They like to blitz the edges, and kind of remember when I was a rookie and second year here, when they had Polly G, it looks pretty much similar to that defense. Haven't faced it in a while, but at the same time, I'm familiar with it, and they look good. I mean, they have a lot of good defenders and what they do. I mean, that's just the NFL in general. I mean, everybody got good players and playmakers, but at the same time, it's all about who make the plays on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? So I think they definitely look good, but at the same time, I know what we have over here, so we just got to go out there and put it out on Sunday.
Joe, what would it mean for this team to get off to a good start? There's been a lot of talk about the first 4 games could define the rest of the season for this team. Do you look at it that way, that if you get off to a good start, things could really be looking up?
Yeah, I mean, the start is definitely important. You always want to start off hot, or at least in the win column. You start off in the win column and then just keep building pretty much. Once you keep building on that, you know, you start catching momentum. Once you catch the momentum, then that's when you start getting hot. And from that point, you know, you usually have, it's just a different feel in the locker room, in the stands, things like that with the fans. And I mean, we ready for that. You know, we ready to put the city, I'm ready to put the city on my back. Like, we owe it to the city, you know what I'm saying, fans and things like that, but we're going to need help from them. And as, you know, they want wins from us. So it all plays a part. And, you know, like I said, I can't wait. I'm accepting all challenges, all roles, and I'm looking forward to it.
Last couple of years, you guys have just missed in the season opener.
Yeah.
Seattle, obviously last year against the Chargers.
Yeah.
You look at those 2 games and think, if we had won those 2 games, the start of the season would be a lot different.
I mean, everybody could say that pretty much, but at the end of the day, it comes down to who won and who didn't, and execution. And we wasn't executing as we should. And I'm sure we had a few days this year in camp with the offense and things where, you know, you got to make this play, or it's going to come down to, you know, who's going to make the play either on offense or defense. And our defense did a hell of a job, you know, making a lot of plays. And, you know, Coach Callahan made a great point. It's better for us to learn now or back then when we was in camp, and to, you know, learn from it and then get better from it, than to be out here first game or, you know, in the season and us feeling like we was. And I feel like that from that point we did make a huge jump. And I feel like it's a lot of great things to come from that. And I feel like Coach Callahan, that was a great talk. And that's something that we probably needed to hear. And from that point, it's just we've been clicking. So ever since then, you know, we've been trying to do what we can to execute.
When you think about your goals for the season, like, is it as simple as rushing yards, or are there other things you really track to see if you're having a good season?
Yeah, to be honest, my main goal is to win. That's everybody's main goal. As long as you go 1-0 every week, from that point, you know, then that's when you start talking about playoffs. Then once you get into the playoffs, you potentially get to look at a Super Bowl. But at the same time, I'm looking forward to Sunday. Then from there, I mean, I guess individual goals come from, you know, team execution. So, I mean, everybody got their individual goals and team goals, but, I mean, my ultimate goal is to win. So I'm just going to come out here, do whatever I got to do, man, to put us in the best situation to be able to win.
You're a guy that feeds off the crowd.
Yeah.
What was it like last year?
Well,
Opener.
I mean,
And what do you expect on Sunday?
I mean, to me, in the opener, it felt like a scrimmage. It was like just I was out there at practice or something. Other than that, you know, for me, it was just very abnormal. It wasn't normal to me. So for Sunday to come out here and see all the fans, that's a major plus. I feel like for me and how I like to play and how I play the game of football. So I feel like, you know, by the fans coming and them being very engaged into the game, I feel like it's going to be a great thing. I mean, I'm excited. I know they're excited. Everybody's excited for football. But at the same time, when the fans come, we here to give them a show, and that's what we get paid to do. And I'm always looking to give them what they come to see. So I can't wait for Sunday. It's going to be a great one, and it'll be here soon enough.
Zac has talked a lot about last year about changing the culture.
Yeah.
What does that mean to you to change the culture, and what examples have you seen, say this summer, that the culture has been changed or is changed?
Well, mainly with the players. It's like you say, or like y'all see, it's a lot of new faces around. It's a lot of new faces. Everybody has their different characteristics in them, but they all bring something positive to the table. And I don't feel like we have anybody that's here to hurt the team. And we're doing everything that we can to just be one. And to be honest, I feel like Zac's done a great job, with trying to change that. And I feel like everybody that's been here and that's here now, everybody's buying into, what he's preaching. And, we know Zac want to win, and we want to win for Zac. You know what I'm saying? So everything's playing a part, and it's coming around, and I feel like now is the time.
How excited are you to show off all the route work you've been doing, all the work in the past game you've been doing this week, and kind of looking forward?
I can't hear you. Say that.
How excited are you to kind of show off kind of all the work that you've been putting in with route running and footwork and all that stuff, start week one and moving forward?
I mean, I don't really care about the route running and all of that stuff like what I did in the off season. I mean, at the end of the day, when we step between them lines on Sunday, that's all that matters. It don't matter what I did, then. I mean, yeah, you want to prepare for it, but at the same time, the ladders and stuff, that's not plays. So you got to go out there and go prove it. So, whatever the situation may be. So I know I'm ready. I know my team ready, and I look forward to it.
How would you characterize?
To follow up on that culture question, what would you say the identity of the team is now?
Well, with the identity, I mean, like I said, we all becoming one. Nobody feels left out around here. Everybody, when you go in the locker room, it's all positive vibes. Like, everybody hangs out outside of the building, or, they try to get together, be outside of the building, different activities. Like, we never done that in the past. And I feel like me being here for my 5th year, to be honest, I feel like this is probably one of the closest teams that I've ever been around in general, just in my lifespan of playing football. But at the same time, and I know that's a huge thing, because the teams that win, they have that type of camaraderie. And we haven't had that in the past. But like I said, now that we have that now, I mean, it's definitely very exciting. And it's definitely, I think it's going to be a great thing for us. So, like I said, everybody, with the coach's standpoint, everybody bought into what Zac's, been preaching. And, like I said, I can't wait. I'm excited.
How would you characterize the state of the running game with Frank in here? Is it more like it was in 2018, or is it a mix of stuff, or what is it?
To be honest, it's a mix, really. I think Frank came in, done a great job with adjusting to how we're going to run the football, and just the mindset and approach on how we're going to take the field. And to be honest, how we look at it is, we don't care who's on the other side of the ball. We're going to run at you, and you're going to have to stop it. And, that's always been my mindset. And the fact that, we got a line coach that's preaching that, and, like, he don't care. Like I said, he don't care who on the other side of the field. I mean, that's when it gets me into a hell yeah state. Like, let's do this. You know what I'm saying? So I felt like he done a great job with, preaching that. And to be honest, like, it's a lot of runs, like, mixed. And I'm excited about him, and I look forward to him. Like I said, it's a lot of yards to be made and made up, from what I missed out on. But at the same time, you got to go out there and prove it each and every play. So, like I said, I look forward to it.
How much did you really learn impact the culture?
I mean, he impacted it, I guess, by him being a franchise. You know what I'm saying? Other than that, maybe with the offense, I mean, he comes in because, I mean, he a natural-born leader. I feel like, by when he came in, he was new, but at the same time, he knew what role he was taking on, and I felt like he did it very naturally. So by him being able to do that, us knowing like exactly what he is to our team, I feel like it makes it that much better. So like I said, from the offensive standpoint, or from the offensive side, I mean, it's been a great thing for us. And with the guys that we have, with the playmakers that we have, I mean, it just fits perfectly because at the end of the day, he's going to lead, and I'm going to lead by example, and he's going to lead by example. We're going to do whatever we got to do to go out there and make plays and score touchdowns and get dubs.
Kind of on the same lines of the running game stuff, how much do you feel like you can really know about the running game through camp versus you kind of have to see it on Sunday, right? To
Yeah.
know where it's at, or do you feel like you can learn where you're at in the game?
No, where you learn in campus, that's where you learn the basics. You know what I'm saying? Day one fundamentals. And I felt like with our coaches, they do a great job with teaching, the fundamental part of the game. Because that's what, don't get me wrong, it's a lot of talent in the league, but I feel like what separates you is one, your work ethic, and two, the fundamentals to the game. You know what I'm saying? You can never not have enough fundamentals for this game. So I think that our players do a great job with learning from the coaches in that standpoint, and everybody's bought in. And I feel like, with the training camp, it'll show what we learned on Sunday. You know what I'm saying? I mean, I feel like, they want to be physical on their side. I mean, I see that on film. So at the end of the day, we got to go out there and match the intensity. You know what I'm saying? We want to be physical, and we want to, impose our will. I mean, that's just what's going to have to happen. I mean, the game is won in between the trenches. So, I mean, that's just the nature of football. And, I'm excited. Everybody's excited. So, I mean, it's gonna be a hell of a game. I can't wait.
All right, Joe, we'll get you out here. Sorry, you got my
All right, y'all. Thank you.